Learn physics with J Science.
Hello everyone. Here in this video we're going to discuss work and energy. There's no way you'll talk about work done in physics and you will still not talk about the amount of energy that has been transferred. So we're going to talk about some of those things here. Now, in the average human life, every morning you would wake up, maybe take some coffee, take your bath, get dressed, hop on a bike or into a taxi, maybe taking you to school or to work. That activity, that routine, you're expending energy. Well, you're working anyway because you're moving. Now, the movement aspect, I'll get to that in a bit. If there is no movement, there is no work. So the work done has to be the force applied in a particular direction. When work is done, energy is transferred, and everything we do on the average involves transfer of energy. For objects, for pendulum, energy is transferred. For electric bulbs, you have energy transferred from electric to heat and all those things. Then moving cars, we can talk about kinetic energy for those. Chemical energy moving into kinetic energy, and they are doing work. So remember what I said earlier, work done and energy transferred, they move side by side. In fact, they have the same units, but mind you, they are not the same. You can transfer energy without doing work. So let's talk about energy classifications. Basically, we're concerned mostly about mechanical energy, which the first type is potential energy, and the second is kinetic energy. Potential energy is the energy stored in an object by virtue of its position, and for kinetic is the energy stored in an object by virtue of its motion. Once an object is moving, that's kinetic energy. Once it's stable, either high up in the sky or in a state of rest, that's potential energy. And between these two, energy can be transferred, potential back to kinetic and kinetic back to potential. So here, the two basic, remember I used the word basic, there are more examples, but for the purpose of this video, I've just highlighted elastic and gravitational potential energy. Elastic potential is with your catapult or will spring whenever an object is stretched or compressed. That's elastic potential. Then gravitational is when is the energy stored in an object by virtue of how high or how low the object is with reference to the ground level. Why are we so concerned about mechanical energy? It's because mechanical energy helps us understand how work done in physics happens. Now, the ball you're looking at right here on your screen, it has gravitational potential energy, or we can say it has potential energy because it's high above the ground level. That's potential, or you can class it as gravitational potential. Then it's moving. Remember when we talk about moving objects, when an object is moving, the energy stored in that particular object is kinetic. By the time the ball stops momentarily, you have more of gravitational potential. Then by the time it moves, you have more of kinetic. So in between the kicking, the ball coming down, the ball going up, you have different conversions between them. Now, energy. In 1988, the eruption of Mount Merapi released approximately a massive 840,000 gigajoules. Now, this is the first time I'm using the word joules in this particular video. Now, some of you might wonder, joules, what's joules? Well, joules is the unit of work, and it's also the unit of energy transferred. So we get to use the word joules more often. The volcanic eruption can power the total electricity need of the whole world for 2 months. That's massive. In defining what work work is done when a force is applied on an object in a certain direction and causes the object to move. The object has to move. Now, for the first picture you have here, you have a teacher solving some calculations, and that applies to you when you're solving some of those questions or academic work that requires the use of your brain. Right there, you're doing some amount of work. And for the other one you have on the left hand side here, are they really doing work? Let me know in the comment section. Are these people, you have 1, 2, 3, trying to pull these cards, are they really working? Let me know in the comment section.